And so it was, when Emperor former UPS guy, once the last remaining member of the United Parcel Service, now reigns as the supreme ruler of the Mojave, with his victory over Hoover Dam cementing his rule. The wasteland was no more. The UPS empire would soon spread over the New World. New Vegas would serve as the beating heart of the empire, piggybacking off of the hard work of Mr. House. Former UPS guy would rule an era of peace over the families of the Strip, before the tunneler outbreak occurred 5 years later. Former UPS guy mentioned it as a minor pest control issue.
The new California Republic, having lost control over Hoover Dam, soon found itself on the brink of collapse. They made multiple attempts to sue for peace with the UPS empire. However, the emperor considered the NCR as a bunch of liberal sissies. His words doomed the nation.
Caesar's legion banked it all on the Second Battle of Hoover Dam. Having suffered a humiliating loss to the UPS empire, Caesar crucified several commanders to cope with the fat L he suffered. It wouldn't take long for the former UPS guy to drive the legion out of the Mojave and enslave the top officers of the army in a labor camp called Camp Irony.
Goodsprings was given the honorary title of Historic Monument for the town's efforts in resuscitating former UPS guy after his encounter with Benny. Now and then, the Emperor visits the town for weekend holidays, and does more tutorial missions with sunny smiles for shits and giggles. After winning 90,504 bottle caps in a casino at the Strip, Rex soon cashed out of his life as a guard dog and retired to Jacobstown. He invested stock in the revitalized UPS delivery service and became the company's largest shareholder. The new generation of couriers now answer to him.
Arcade Gannon soon became the royal consort of the UPS empire by marrying former UPS guy. Mysteriously, former UPS guy did not legalize gay marriage, as, according to him, only, quote, he can have it and no one else, it's mine, back off, unquote. This law was repealed when UPS guy found out what the fuck an Enclave was and divorced him.
Edie became the official mascot for the UPS empire, as former UPS guy knighted him as the supreme marketable skrunklo of the empire. A statue was erected of him in the Strip, although originally it was meant to be a memorial, before former UPS guy found out he wasn't actually dead.
Veronica still doesn't know what happened to Christine, nor that the former UPS guy was responsible for the destruction of the Brotherhood of Steel. He continues to make tasteless jokes about both of these topics, with Veronica only able to uncomfortably chuckle then cry about them. Somehow, this was the most cruel thing former UPS guy had ever done during his rule.
The Boomers were soon stripped of their iconic howitzer arsenal and bomber plane once the UPS empire solidified their claim over the Mojave. Former UPS guy saw the tribe as a threat, and immediately invaded them with the Securitron army once the dust settled at Hoover Dam. He made a point to publicly execute Jack and Janet first.
The Great Khans were soon tricked out of their territory in the Mojave after former UPS guy pawned a copy of Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss and preached it as a prophecy of migration. Due to the collective low education levels of the Khans, their leaders bought the lie immediately and aimlessly wandered south.
The relationship between the UPS empire and the Sorrows did not improve after former UPS guy enacted tariffs on trades coming from the Utah region. Joshua Graham became enraged by this and sent a long-recorded message to former UPS guy demanding they be lifted. Former UPS guy was unfazed by the threat, but he did use it as ASMR to sleep.
One of former UPS guy's first acts as the unchallenged ruler of the Mojave was to search for and burn every artifact of the Sierra Madre. He even made another expedition to the Divide to see if there were any leftover warheads to target the casino. He does not mention the horrors he experienced to anyone, even his closest advisors. Former UPS guy made very frequent trips to Big Mountain to catch up with his friends in the sink, as well as Dr. Mobius. He still brought mugs to Muggy despite the lack of resourceful necessity in doing so, and even shared a Mentat-induced drug trip with Dr. Mobius, where the intoxicated pair created a Robo-Scorpion version of BattleBots.
Other than trips made out of desperation, former UPS guy did not see himself returning to the Divide anytime soon. Reminders of the tunnelers or Ulysses' rants about the bear and the bull made him less than pleased. To this day, he does not regret killing Ulysses or his Yap sessions for good.
The legend of former UPS guy would be passed down for centuries. The Second Battle of Hoover Dam serves as an end to his tale, until the vault dweller and the ghoul from California would show up looking for some dipshit in Brotherhood armor. It is as the old saying goes, war never changes. Conflict doesn't alter. And you could say, hostility does not adjust.